G'day my friends, how are we all going today? Another beautiful day on my side of the world. It's bloody midsummer here. Pete's been out swimming and diving and trying to catch some sharks. We're actually trying to get away from the sharks while I'm swimming because they tend to chase you along the beach and take a bite of your leg. But anyway, that's a different story. So what am I going on about today, guys? Well, Best Arc have sent me their brand new product, which is a 145 amp MIG welder. And I'll show you what you get in the box when you order it. And just before we get into it, my friends, it's about 169, 170 bucks. Same as usual, guys. If you like my videos, remember to subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, come say good day in the comments below, and let's get into it. Yeehaw!
Pete'sTools.com.
Oh, I love this bit, guys. Hey, it's like Christmas time. Let's open her up, see what we've got. Best Arc MIG 145 dual voltage, 110, 220 volts. And our machine today comes with a USA plug. Like I say, Best Arc, this is the first MIG machine that they've made, and it's a 3-in-1 MIG. It's a normal MIG welder. You can use it for flux core, you can use it for shielded gas, you can use it as an arc welder, and you can also use it as a lift TIG machine. But Pete's not that good at TIG welding. I must do a video on my TIG welding skills. You'll get a bit of a laugh, eh? Once again, guys, she's pretty well packed, which is good because I'm over the other side of the world and there's nothing worse than getting a new machine that's covered in dents and shit. Look at this. It all looks pretty well wrapped. We have got all the bits and pieces in here by the look of it. And we've got the machine itself here. So we'll get rid of this box. Looks like we've got full digital readout. I'll plug it in a minute and we can actually have a look, but I think it's full digi readout, which is not too bad on a $170 machine. So guys, as you can see, we're fully digital readout here. So at the moment we're on MIG, so we can either go gasless as we are here. See that there, it says gasless, or we go up here and it changes it that you have to use the shielding gas. Notice that all the numbers here changed as well, because it automatically detects what welding range you're in, which is pretty cool. And then if we come down here, guys, you can see we've got MIG, we've got TIG. See, once again, all the numbers changed. And then we've got MMA, which is arc welding, right down the bottom there. So if we go back up to MIG, this button here, we have 2T. When you pull the trigger on your torch and let it go, it welds and then stops. Then if we come down to 4T, like that, it means when you pull the button on your torch like that and you can let it go, it'll keep welding, keep welding, keep welding until you hit the button again, then it'll stop. So if we go from a shielding gas here, down to gasless wire, it tells us here what diameter of wire to use to what settings. So if we look here, we're at 0.30, and then if we come down here, we're at 0.35, and notice all these numbers change. Then we come down at 40, and they all correspond, they all change according to whatever wire size we're using, which I think is really, really cool. And we've got a place for your earth and a place for your arc welding torch. So it looks like we've got a pretty reasonable length welding torch as well, guys. So if I just cut that off, I think it's about 3 meters. Let's have a look at that. Yep, that'll be about 3 meters, guys. So that's far enough, but not too far, if you know what I mean. And the machine is small enough as well, my friends, that if you want to put it on top of your vehicle or whatever you're welding, you can, and you can get a bit closer to whatever you're welding, which is awesome. Unlike this machine here, it's huge and it weighs about 50 kilos, and you can't move it around so much. But this would be ideal for a beginner welder, because like I say, you could even lie under a car or something with it and just do a bit of MIG welding on your back, which is probably not advisable because Pete's done that, and talk about burn yourself. Woohoo! So what other bits and pieces did come with it, guys? Let's have a look. What I like about these little welders is that you get everything that you need to start welding in this box included in the kit when you buy the machine. Because there's nothing worse, you get a new tool delivered to you and then half the shit's missing in the box, which is pretty well there as far as I'm concerned. Now this comes with all the bits and pieces you're ever going to need. Apart from, I think, a TIG torch. You don't get a TIG torch with it. But I could be wrong. Maybe they've included a TIG torch in this kit. Alright, so what comes in the kit, guys? First of all, what is this? Oh, this is actually a handle, guys. A handle that goes on the machine here. It saves you dragging it around with this, which would be quite handy. That would be pretty cool, actually, because you can actually hang the welder over your shoulder when you're walking to your job, which is a lot better than trying to drag it around in a little stupid handle that they normally provide you with. We've got what looks like about a 3 meter long arc welding torch. It's got a nice firm grip on it to actually hold the electrode, so that's a good thing as well. Next up, we've got a 3 meter long earth clamp, which is awesome, which is about standard for these machines. They all come in about 3 metre length. I don't know actually why they don't do them in a 4 or 5 metre length, but anyway, maybe it's just a save money thing. We've got a converter plug from 110 to 220, which is what I need here, so to save me paying for that. Because most of the time you're going to have to buy this separately if you want to run it on 220 in the USA. And I actually have seen them online for about 29 bucks, but this comes included. We've got a 2 metre long gas lead, which you can either use for shielded gas when you're MIG welding, or you can also use it for lift TIG welding. Now, like I said before, my TIG welding sucks, guys. I have to do a video on my TIG welding. We've got a little spanola thing here, which you can undo your contact tips for your MIG with. Also, we've got some thread seal tape. And also, my friends, we have got a spare drive roller. Now, I've never come across a machine in this budget that gives you an extra drive roller. Which is pretty cool, because when you're using flux core wire, it's a lot softer. And when you do up the tension on your drive rollers, it's got a habit of crushing it unless you've got the correct drive roller. But it looks like Best Arc have supplied it with the machine. Yeehaw! Last but not least, we've got not one, but 2 rolls of wire. Why did they give us 2 rolls of wire, I wonder? This is for shielded, so you need a shielding gas with this one. But they give you the wire option anyway. I reckon that's pretty cool. Just a little roll of wire that you're going to need a shielding gas for. This one here, guys, is the flux core wire we can use on our new MIG machine without the need for shielding gas, which is a lot of home handyman guys use, because it's just a lot easier and it's a lot cheaper than bloody dragging gas bottles around, and you got to hire a gas bottle and it's a whole lot of crap. So I prefer to use flux core wire. Here we go, guys, flux core wire. That's pretty awesome, eh? And I was right, my friends, we didn't get a lift TIG torch. But I suppose, what do you expect for $169? You don't really expect to get a lift TIG torch in it as well. So let's put this strap on, eh? Never actually had a machine with a strap on it before, so can't be that difficult to put on, surely. See, looking at all these different bits. So I'd say we just thread this through here. I would say this piece here goes on your shoulder, I would imagine, like so. And then that would just click either side, you would think, wouldn't you? All else fails, guys, read the bloody instructions. I can't even put the friggin' strap on the thing. So what I figured out on the strap, guys, is we've got an end that looks like this, and we've got the other end that looks like this. This plugs into here, like so. I've never had one with a strap on before, so now what we're going to do is we're going to feed the end with nothing on it through the front of the machine here. Through the back of the machine here. Grab the loose buckle. What we're going to do is just feed it through. If we go round there once, back round here again, and then back round for the 3rd time, like so. And then pull the whole lot tight, like so. What we have now is a buckle that won't come off. Trim this up a little bit with a pair of scissors, make it look a little bit nicer. And then if we just plug this end here into this end here, and we have got a walking strap. Cool. And then we can just cart it around on the job like that. Isn't that cool? And if we have a look down here, we've got a couple of plugs here. So this lead here is equivalent to the electrode, which is the wire coming out of your welding torch here. Now that's very important if you're going to weld flux core or you're going to weld solid core wire. You can go from welding really well to welding a really crap if you have these set in the wrong places. So if you wanted to use flux core wire, for example, I would take the center one, which remember I said is your welding torch one. I would put that to the negative side because we're using a shielded gas. And the other one here, you plug your earth lead into. Just remember to look in the instructions whether you're welding solid core or flux core, depending where you put these. The wire coming out of the center here represents the MIG wire coming out of your torch. So when they say positive electrode, this is the electrode. So they're talking this plug here in the positive side, and when they're talking negative electrode, they're talking this one here in the negative side. All right, if we have a look around the back here, guys, we have an input here for the gas inline, guys. Now that'll be used for a shielding gas for the MIG, because when we use this machine for a lift TIG, we're going to have a separate gas bottle to one side, and we're going to be able to alter the gas on our TIG torch. So let's have a look inside the machine and see where our wire fits in, guys. Now you might notice right from the start that this is totally different. Normally these little welders, they have a door on the side that like opens up that way, and you put your roll of wire down the side here, somewhere like here, and the torch is normally coming from the bottom. But what these guys have done is they've loaded everything up the top, and the torch runs from the top as well. So I think that's going to stop a lot of wire jams and that sort of thing, because we've got basically a straight line coming straight out there, straight on the top, and we're gravity fed all the way down basically. So here we have our flux core wire here, guys. It just goes in here, runs through these rollers here, and like I said, we've even got a spare roller that's designed for the proper soft flux core wire, which I think is really, really awesome. And like the bigger welders, it has a test button here to make sure that the rollers and everything are working. You can hear it going, just to test your machine before you actually start welding anything, just to make sure that you haven't got any wire snags or that sort of thing. And once again, we've got a chart here. If you're not quite sure on how to set up your wire, remember when I showed you on the front there, it gives you all the gauges of wire. If you click that gauge, 90% of the settings are going to be done for you automatically anyway. So even an idiot like me can weld. It's really simple, guys. If I can get the hang of it, anyone can get the bloody hang of it. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy, trust me. Anyway guys, I just got the machine and I just couldn't wait to show you guys. I think this Bistarck welder is also going to be a star. Like I said before, their plasma cutters are pretty bloody good. So I'll be very, very interested to test out this little beast here. But anyway, the video's getting a bit long now, guys, so we'll save that for the next video. Anyway guys, if you want to see more about this welder, I'll put a link in the description below and you can go and check it out yourself and even buy one if you want. I think they're about 170 bucks or something like that. Always remember to subscribe, guys. I'll put another couple of videos up here for you to watch. And we'll see you next time, eh? Bye.
Pete'sTools.com.